sir.
Let's go.
Boo.
Freshman midfielder from Vandergrift, number 6, Stephanie Sikora. Freshman defender from Beaver, number 7, Aubrey Monty.
We got 20.
Senior midfielder from Casey, Wyoming,
15.
number 9, Jordan Barr. Senior midfielder from Allison Park, number 16, Alyssa Katz.
5, 4, 3,
Junior forward from
2,
Center Hall, number 18,
1. Cue us whenever you're ready.
Senior defender from Sugar Grove, number 21, Meg Lawson.
We're inside 5 minutes.
Senior
Michaela, we don't
forward from
have you.
Muncie, number 30, Mackenzie Stover. The Golden Eagles are coached by head coach Rob.
Yeah, we got you now. Hold on. We're gonna do the national anthem, then we're gonna come to us. All right? Yeah. Michaela, tell us when we're live.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Count us down.
And from the shores of the Clarion River, folks, we welcome you here to Memorial Stadium on CUTV. Mike Friend alongside Mac Trillo as we bring you the first game of the Clarion soccer team's season here as they take on the Seton Hall Griffins. As I said, Mike Friend alongside me, Mac Trillo. Matt, what are some of the storylines we're going to look for in this game?
Well, first, Mike, it's got to be the injuries. As we remember from last year, a lot of ACL tears really was the main key. The first, starting off with Katie Chambers, is going to be starting tonight. One of the seniors for this Clarion team. She missed a ton of games last year. She missed 10 exactly. And she's going to be looking to add to that midfield finally this year and coming back from injury. Of course, the other couple big injuries is Cassandra Soares, who is still looking to be medically cleared. She was visiting the doctor again, yesterday. She's visiting again on the 25th. She was rehabbing last night, doing some running some steps here in the stadium. But it doesn't look like she's going to make it back this season, so she's going to be redshirted medically for the year. We have Alexa Ream, who's going to probably miss about half the season with the broken foot.
Yeah, so again, a lot of injuries right now. Laura Saucel, again, not injured last year, but she's in that, and as you mentioned there, a lot of turnover early in that season. But as we get ready to start here, we're going to go down some of the starting lineups here for the Golden Eagles. Starting in net, their junior goalkeeper. She's been in the past 2 seasons. Laura Saucel. Casey Harsh will start at defense. Alyssa Spencer, the freshman, starts also in the back. Then we got Alyssa Lebdinsky, the ever-potent midfielder. Stephanie Sikora. Aubrey Monty also starting as a freshman. Jordan Barr, looking senior. And we have kick there as Seton Hill takes Alyssa Katz, Liz Ventura, Meg Lawson, and Mackenzie Stover will round out the Clarion lineup here as they take on Seton Hill. Seton Hill with possession, looking to drive up the field early. And Matt, we saw here, it looks like Clarion's veteran leadership proving early there as Lawson muscles the Seton Hall player off the ball. That is Kara Lapida. But Matt is talking here. The Clarion Golden Eagles had a little bit of an advantage there as Seton Hill almost breaks away there. Cats break up there. They had a little bit of a advantage, I would say, early here as they had a little bit of vacation prior to the season.
And when one of the biggest struggles last year, Mike, was the offensive struggles and the ability to score goals. And one of the girls up top that's looking to turn that around would be Mackenzie Stover. She had 4 goals in the team's trip to the UK. Played very well. Of course, she missed it some time last year. She missed 9 games with one of the many knee injuries of the team, and she's gonna be looking to strike back here this year.
And as Matt alluded to there, before the official preseason got started, the soccer team from Clarion, they're taking a trip to the UK, as Coach Rob Eaton said, playing some very stout teams over there and getting some good experience playing soccer, well, in basically its native land.
Yeah, and Coach Ian was talking about that last night after practice. They said that was a 10-day trip, and that's of course during the 10-day break in the off season that is mandated by the NCAA. So the Golden Eagles took advantage of that as that more of a business trip. They played some really good teams over in England, and they really improved some gameplay and kind of got them going into preseason. And Coach Eden said last night it's probably the best shape that he's seen his team in his 5th year here with Clarion.
And Jordan Barr chases into the corner. Thought she had a pass there from Lebdensky. She might have been able to try to make a strike on, but just a little too far for her. And Matt, like you said, just something Clarion's got to work on here is that what anemic offense is across there looking for Katz. Header goes in and harmlessly stopped by the keeper. Winter for Seton Hill. Seton Hill, we're going to mention them real quick here as we're about 3 minutes into this game. Their starting lineup looks like this. Heather Apodaca starting at defense. Erica Wisniewski, Carla Pida, Hannah Marks, Bethany Winter, the goalkeep for the Griffin. Jessica Walton, Brianna O'Leary, Jessica Adams, Bree Costin, Caitlin Wader, and Madison Gorley will round out their starting 11 there for Seton Hill. And Seton Hill drives there, and good defense by Casey Harsh as Seton Hill will keep possession there. But Matt, you see that back line veteran leadership there from Harsh and other players is, again, with the young talent there. And Coach Eaton, I know, talked to you a little bit the other day about that young talent on the team as Salsa comes out to play.
Yeah, Mike, he really loves all the freshmen that have come into camp, and they've really made a name for themselves. A couple of them are starting, as you see right now. Alyssa Spencer being one of them back in the defense for Clarion. A little bit later off the bench, you'll see Teresa Blackstone. She's gonna be one of the forwards coming off the bench, and she's gonna be looking to try and turn around the offensive woes. But as it's always been, it's going to be about ball control, and it's going to be the anchor of that back line for Clarion to have success this year.
And Mackenzie Stover, they're splitting the defenders before one's able to get a foot on the ball. And like you said, she's looking to step up for this team with Cassandra Soares being out with a medical red shirt. And Coach Eaton said, they're going to have a couple of players step up with 4 or 5 goals each. As Casey Harsh, the defense, was the leading scorer for this team last year.
That's right. Harsh had 2 goals and 3 assists, Mike. And they need their offensive players to change that definitely. Well, anytime you have your starting sweeper and defensive back be your leading scorer, you have some issues as we saw last year. But that can change this year, hopefully.
And the ball cleared there. Seton Hill looking for the header. And Katz muscles that is Adams off the ball there. Clears back to just about midfield. Seton Hill with possession. And Clarion with possession there, just trying to get something going, get it out of their own end. Long clear there, Stover giving chase, and it'll just go back to Winter. And Stover really gave Winter a scare there, Matt. And again, you're seeing this aggressive team because their offense, as we keep saying, don't want to harp on it, but was so bad last year, averaging just about a goal and a half a game. The Griffins not much better, but Coach Eaton really looking for a strong start to this season. The first 5 minutes of the game here, they've got a couple of chances.
Yeah, in terms of offensively, both these teams struggled last year. The Griffins tend to play a little bit better in the second half. That's where a majority of their goals came, and a majority of their shots on goal.
And Clarion just turns it over there. Adams kind of pops it up. I think she was looking for a cross there. Harsh clears it harmlessly away. And Adams was looking for, that was Jessica Walton there, but just kind of rolls out of bounds there as Looks as though Harsh will take the free kick there. And some other injuries we have is we have a stoppage in play here, Matt. Again, you said Katie Chambers missed about 10 games last year. Autumn Rosenberg, really the vocal leader of the team last year, the midfielder, she tore her, I believe it was her ACL in the offseason. She's out for an indefinite amount of time, last I heard. And again, so looks like the Clarion team, they have some of their better players right now, or from last season at least, on the bench. But again, we see right now they are really cheering their players on, and or excuse me, their teammates on, being vocal about it. As Stover breaks away looking for the cross there, she gets taken down, and Ventura did a great job trying to get to that ball. And again, Clarion with another opportunity, but about the 18-yard box is where Seton Hill's really just crunching down and stopping them. This is about the third play they've done that.
Well, Mike, this has always been an aggressive team, and that's pretty much the only reason why they've gotten the chances that they have, and that was shown right there. Mackenzie Stover did a great job penetrating the ball, and she was able to force a crossover to Liz Ventura, but she was well covered by the sweeper.
And Seton Hill takes the throw in here as we look back. Excuse me, we are just over about 12 minutes into this game right now, and Seton Hill has really had the majority of possession, and they've had it just outside in the pass too strong there from Adams. Seton Hill with possession still. And Matt, really right there, you saw Spencer trying to do a little too much there. She had the ball, and she just, on defense, made a good play and then just kind of gave it away carelessly there. A little footwork there, and some of that as Lebdinsky just clears it out there looking for Ventura.
And that's a good recovery there by Alyssa Lebdinsky, and she's one of those veterans in the midfield that are got to step it up this year for Clarion.
And right now, Sakova looking for Stover. Stover breaking away. Stover with the shot and right to winner. Great pass there by Stephanie Sakova, the freshman. One of these freshmen Coach Eaton was looking for, stepping up. And really a beautiful pass right on the money to Mackenzie Stover, hit her right in stride.
And Mackenzie Stover also kept her composure real well. She was tightly covered by one of the Seton Hill defensive backs, Hannah Marks.
And Stover again, and well, that would have been good if she was playing football, but just goes over the crossbar as she gets tangled up with the Seton Hill defender there. And Matt, like you said, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but again,
good, best scoring chance of the night so far.
Best scoring chance there, and that was on a defensive play. I didn't see who it was, but again, Clarion being very aggressive here early, as we just saw there again. And Clarion will take possession here on the throw-in. Throwing it in will be Spencer.
You know, Mike, and talking about Mackenzie Stover, she realizes that she's going to have to be one of those players that has to step up. And she said she would like to be that person, but her big goal is to make sure that the team chemistry is good and continues to be that way. And she said it's been amazing so far, and she said a lot that had to do with it was the United Kingdom trip. And it's really good that she has that humble attitude, because she realizes it's not just one person that is able to earn a goal for your team. It comes from the whole entire team. And based on what Coach Ian wants to do is control the ball movement, control the game possession. That is ultimately how you do it.
And Seton Hill takes away. That is, and Casey Harsh takes away there. But Seton Hill almost got behind that Clarion defense there, as that was Kara Lapide. She has been dangerous here early. A couple times she's almost gone by, but Casey Harsh and Meg Lawson being able to step in and really step up when their younger teammates have gotten beat.
And we have to remember too, Mike, this is the first game action for all the young ones, so I'm sure these first 10, 15 minutes or so, the jitters are going to be with them. The nerves will be a part of the game, but as soon as they get more game action and they start to get a feel of the game, get a feel of their opponent, that'll get better throughout the game.
And Stover there was looking for Barr, and Barr got ran into by the defender, but again, another chance for the Golden Eagles. And Seton Hill clears it back out harmlessly here. And a long pass from Lapida. Lapida, she finds the foot of Adams. Adams gets by Spencer, and Spencer clears it away harmlessly as, well, then Spencer almost looked like she's going to take a shot on Laura Stossel there. Is a little bit of miscommunication, like you said, early in this season, Matt. Some of these pregame jitters still kind of affecting the players, but good defense there by Laura Stossel.
Exactly, because that was a great recovery by Spencer. Her man got by her, and she recovered nicely, got back to the ball, was able to shield the ball away from her offensive player, and she's able to clear the ball away. Great
And
job.
a shot in there by Adams just bounced up into Laura Sossel. So first shot of the night for Seton Hill and stopped harmlessly by Sossel. And Sossel really one of the cornerstones of this team here. She boots it out.
Oh, no question, Mike. This is the overall for Clarion. It's a team. It's the third straight year from last year that they had they set the school record for goals against. Only 27 goals in 17 games, and that's all because of Laura Sossel. She set the school record last year for goals against average with just about a goal and a half allowed per game, and she holds the career record at exactly a goal and a half. So Laura Sossel continues to show why she's the anchor of this team, no doubt.
And Coach Eaton, though, happy, speaking of the goalkeeping situation here for the Golden Eagles. Coach Eaton saying earlier, hey, he's happy because he's actually, for the first time in his 5 years here, and we'll hit on that a little later, that Coach Eaton has a backup goalkeeper here as Clarion
Yes.
with another offensive chance. And he's got freshman Taylor Donia as the backup goalkeeper. So Saucy doesn't have to, she can play a little more aggressive, and maybe, I'm not saying she's going to try to get hurt, but won't have to worry about, trying to.
Don't let Coach Eaton hear you say that.
But he does have can take a breath there if something comes up that
Right.
Sauce would have to take a series or two off.
And she's looked good in practice, Mike. She's shown some really nice composure, and really, who better to learn from than Laura Sossel? Because everything that she's accomplished in her career, and still she's got 1 year left. She's only a junior.
Exactly.
For Laura, so she's got a whole. Taylor Donia still has a whole another year to learn under such a great goaltender in Laura Sossel.
And as you mentioned, Laura Sossel Jr., a lot of this team still fairly young, got another year. So this is going to be a showing year for the Golden Eagles here. And you mentioned it earlier, Coach Eaton is in his 5th season here, Coach Rob Eaton, and with the Golden Eagles, and he's looking for big things from this team.
Absolutely, and we've already talked about he likes where the team chemistry is at right now. Certainly the UK trip.
And a pass there, looking for Adam Sossel, comes out, and good pass there as Spencer almost again let Lapida by her, but recovered nicely. So as you're saying about Rob Eaton, as the coach's 5th year, he's liking where things are going for this team, and he should, because this team in the chemistry, because this team has been playing together for so long. As another pass there by Spencer, and we get a whistle and stoppage of play, looking for Ventura there, and we have an offsides as Ventura got there just a little bit before the ball. But again, another scoring chance. If Ventura could have stayed a little bit onside, she would have been free and clear to take a shot at winner and try to break this tie here as we're about 15 minutes into this game.
And Mike, Liz Ventura is another player to look out for this year to hopefully step up on the offensive end for Clarion. She had 2 assists last year, had numerous other scoring chances, especially with all the injuries. So look for her to step it up too this year, no doubt.
And again with Ventura, the 2 assists with the score or with the offense the way it was, coming off the bench a lot early in the season, and then getting the start once the injuries started to pile up here. So Ventura getting the start today.
Yeah, she's worked very hard, Mike, from last season, and it certainly has carried into this season. She's turning into one of the leaders now for all the forwards up front, especially for the young guns.
And Clarion clears the ball out, looking for Stover again, and Stover has the ball bounce kind of awkwardly there.
Yeah, but bad touch there by Stover. Decent ball there from Jordy Barr on the far side of the field.
And again there, Matt, you see Stover and Ventura both in, being very aggressive here. We didn't see that a whole lot last year when the ball would go back to the opposing keeper. The Clarion offense might have just kind of hung back a little bit, but they are being really aggressive. It's the second time a couple of forwards have gone up and chased that ball all the way back to the keeper, hoping maybe for a misplay.
Well, Mike, that's how you generate chances. And again, when you're trying to create those chances and turn your offense around, knowing what happened last year, that's how you do it.
As the ball will go back to Sossel, and she'll just go right back to Harsh. Harsh finds Barr. And Barr gets taken down for the whistle there as Clarion will take possession and get the free kick here. And again, the Seton Hill team playing very aggressively. Clarion not always having the best of luck past few matches they've had against Seton Hill, coming here last season, or excuse me, 2 seasons ago, playing a good game. Last year, going down there, losing a close one. So this is a very evenly matched game, and we're seeing this so far. Both teams having a couple of chances, but nothing you wouldn't expect from a regular soccer match.
It's a good point you bring up, Mike. For whatever reason, the last couple of seasons, it's been that the Clarions played against this team. They just haven't played their best, or things just haven't gone their way, and hopefully they're going to try and change that tonight.
And that looked to be O'Leary was looking for a Griffin foot, but found the foot of Meg Lawson instead. And really, the Griffins trying to get something going here, as they've kind of had a couple of scares here early from the Golden Eagles, and they'll have the throw in here. And Lubdinsky finding that, excuse me, that was Spencer, excuse me, not Spencer, Sakova, and Sakova driving down the field looking for Stover just a little too far. But again, another good pass from Sakova looking for the forwards breaking downfield, and that time Mackenzie Stover had her player beat. And Barr Griffins with possession. They dump it in deep. Laura Sauce will just come out and clear that ball away to stop any momentum the Griffins were trying to get going there. As at least the parents got excited there. They thought the Griffins might have had a chance, but Laura Sauce will just kind of pooches that ball out, probably looking for a header. Finds a foot of Alyssa Katz. And coming here to the near sideline, the Griffins will take possession with the ball. Again, Lapida. And cleared out by Barr. Again, looking for Stover, trying to get something going here in this game. About 17 minutes in now. And Clarion on the attack, and we have another whistle there that looks to be another offsides as Stover got just a little bit ahead of that ball. But
it happens, Mike. It's one of those things in soccer, you want to say you're cherry picking, but you're right there trying to take advantage of the weak line that's left back when the other team has full possession going back the other way. And Liz Manchera and Mackenzie Stover have had a call each so far offside.
But again, Coach Eaton, I mean, really, he can't be too upset with those offsides calls, because at least his team's being aggressive. They're looking for, the goals, and really a couple of, paces slower or faster, and this game could be a whole different match here, as we are still tied at 0. Griffins on the attack. It looks like they're trying to get numbers here. And cleared out harmlessly by Casey Harsh. And she takes out a backpack along the sideline there. But again, Casey Harsh there doing a good job keeping her head, as it looked as if it was Madison Gorley that had the run in there for the Griffins.
It was a good 1-2 punch there by the Griffins in between Megan Lawson, but Casey Harsh again, like she always does, stayed at home and cleared the ball out quick.
And the Griffins still with possession. Clarion trying to just stop anything they have there. And Spencer gets a foot on that one. Unfortunately, the Griffins do take possession. As can't see who that was, but took a shot in on the goal, and that looked to be Caitlin Wader. And Laura Saucel again harmlessly takes. Matt, we see here Laura Saucel set a couple of shots on net, but I mean the 2 shots she's taken as Katz drives one in looking for Stover. As Stover runs into the defender, playing her hard there. But Laura Saucel had a couple shots on net and really hasn't had a whole lot to contend with, as traffic as her back line's been really helping her out.
As a defense, exactly, Mike. That's a good thing when you don't have to make your goaltender work. Alyssa Spencer, too, Mike's doing a good job on the near side of the field. Midfielder battling hard with Jessica Adams all night. Adams has beat her a couple times, and Spencer has done a good job recovering and getting back from her to preventing any other dangerous scoring chances for the Griffins so far. That's a good battle to watch.
And Spencer, again, is one of those freshmen that Coach Eaton told us earlier this week to look out for, that he's really going to depend on his back line here, and she's played, really well for this, being her first game at the collegiate level here. So as we'll have a kick here by Bethany Winter. Hasn't had too much work here lately, but Clarion looking to change that. And Spencer again with some nice footwork there on defense. And we have a whistle there. I didn't see the official.
I think we have an injury.
Yeah, it looks as though one of the Griffins there got hit in the head, or hit her head when she went down chasing the ball there. It looks, number here is Madison Gorley. As the staff will go check on her. But as we got stoppage and play out. We'll talk about Coach Eaton here again in his 5th season. From what my experience has been with this team, improving every season. And he, you talked to him earlier this week, and some stuff he said we mentioned earlier, liking the way the chemistry of the team looks, and some other stuff. But he was talking about the UK trip earlier, and you have that.
Yeah, he said, obviously, as we've talked about throughout the broadcast so far, Mike, that the trip has really affected them in a positive way. They did a lot of things where in the preseason they wouldn't be able to do. Like we mentioned, they played some really great European teams, and the worst that they lost was 4-0. And they were able to score a couple of goals in some games. And Mackenzie Stover mentioned in the open had all 4 of the goals, but it built a lot of team unity. They have a 7 to 8 hour plane ride on the plane, and they had a couple of long bus rides too. So they went through England, they went through Scotland, they went through a couple other parts of the UK. So the more that they traveled, the more kind of bonding time that they had, as some of the players mentioned last night.
And coming into the game off the injury for Seton Hill is Taylor Hampshire, the midfielder. So coming out of the game there, excuse me, it looked to be Gorley, but we're trying to get some confirmation on that. So play resumes here as Harsh heads the ball downfield looking for a foot, and the Griffins take possession.
On the side there, far side, Mike, that's Aubrey Monte, one of the other freshman defenders for Clarion this year that has shown well in the preseason.
And a shot there, harmlessly blocked aside by Meg Lawson. Great job by Lawson getting a foot out there, as Sauso was there but didn't have to make a save. And Lawson again clears the ball off the shot there as Stover gives chase to it. And again, we said, both of the freshman defenders for the Golden Eagles playing well tonight. Aubrey Monty and Alyssa Spencer both playing well. As the ball trickles in, Stover giving chase as Winter picks it up and will look to clear it out here for Seton Hill. And we have a whistle there as
Alyssa Lebdinsky came over the back, and she got called for the foul.
Yeah, but again, playing the ball aggressively, no harm, no foul, I suppose, but I guess there was harm, so there was a foul. As Jordan Barr finds Lebdinsky. But Matt, just from early last season to this game here, this team seems to be playing a lot more disciplined. And, again, the chemistry really come to effect. Some of these crisp passes as, excuse me, Sakova was looking for Katz and just out of her reach there. Another well-placed pass, just a little bit off from Stephanie Sakova. So, again, the freshman playing such an important role in this game as we are just about 25 minutes into this game.
And Mike, when you get those chances, especially as a young freshman, trying to make a name for yourself in game action, when those chances come to you, sometimes you get a little bit too excited and then kick the ball a little too far, but you had the right idea.
And that's exactly it. And Sakova, she's had a couple of well-placed passes, but a couple of passes they've just trailed a little too far for her. But again, looking really good so far in her first collegiate match. And Sakova there with the great defense goes to Ventura. And Ventura can't find her on the return there.
There's a miscommunication between those two right there. Liz Ventura had definitely the right idea to try to send it back.
And Laura Sasso almost got beat and fell down, but absolutely phenomenal play by Casey Harsh to head the ball out of there as Laura Saucel almost got beat, dove for the ball, went down. Casey Harsh, though, great situational awareness to head the ball out of bounds as we will have a corner kick, and taking that kick will be Carolyn Lapida, who has been a little bit dangerous for the Griffins so far.
And Jessica Adams too, Mike, to go along with her, and she was the one that had the scoring chance on the header. But if it wasn't for Casey Harsh heading that back out, that definitely would have been a goal.
And kicked by Lapida, and does not find the head of one of the Griffins, as that looked to be Spencer Clarion now. Ventura with the ball finds Lebdinsky. And Lebdinsky, great pass down to Sakova. Sakova with the shot and right to Spencer. Great scoring opportunity. It's not the best they've had tonight. That was a little worried with Mackenzie Stover, but great defense, good passes, good, quick, clean passes from the Golden Eagles.
And Mike, that's exactly what you want to see. Alyssa Lebdinsky did a great job once she got control of the ball, moved to the middle of the field, give herself some room to make a nice, accurate pass and right decision, and that pass was right on the money to Stephanie Sakova, who was able to get a shot on goal.
And again, one player who had the foot on the ball there, just briefly to set that one up, was Liz Ventura, and Coach Heaton said Liz Ventura's stepping up and he's being able to draw players away from the other forwards, whether it be Stover or Sakova. So doing that right there, Griffins thought Ventura was going to have the ball. She just touched it, gave it right back to Lebdinsky, and two Griffins followed her. And the shot there taken by Hampshire right to Saucel. She didn't get much on that. So Laura Saucel coming up strong, not rattled at all by that close scoring chance the last time down the field.
No, that's an easy save for Laura Saucel. But Mike, you mentioned about Liz Ventura and what she's done so far, being the distraction to set up the goal scores someone like Mackenzie
and
Stover.
Score there, Ventura almost outbeats her defender there. I think Sakova was looking for Stover, but Ventura stepping up to find that. And going back to what you're saying, though,
that's another thing that Liz can do, because she moves so well and she can tire defenders out. That's why Coach Eden is using her to kind of bring some players away from the goal scorers that'll finish, like Mackenzie Stover, for instance, who she's playing with right now. But Liz can also develop some of those chances that you saw right there. So showing that versatility, creating chances for other players or creating chances for herself, definitely going to help her in the long run.
And Liz Katz doing all she could right there, but possession will go back to Seton Hill. And so far, a very even match game. Mike Friend, Matt Catrillo along with you here as the Clarion Golden Eagles take on the Seton Hill Griffins in their first PSAC matchup of the season here at Memorial Field in Clarion, Pennsylvania. And Matt, Seton Hill, new PSAC team this year along with Pitt Johnstown.
Right, yeah, that was a couple of new changes to the PSAC as a whole in the conference, and Lock Haven is now a part of the PSAC East, and then Pitt Johnstown and Seton Hill came in to join the PSAC West, so a new conference opponent on the first game of the year for Clarion.
And again, we will have another corner kick here from Seton Hill. This is the opposing corner on the far side. And cleared harmlessly away there by the Golden Eagles.
Anytime, Mike, that no one touches the ball, like you saw right there, well defended. Everybody was well covered, and good job by the back line for Clarion.
And with that, two corner kicks within about 5 minutes of each other here, playtime, and they're really been well defended by the Golden Eagles. Their back line not showing any youth, and that's really a compliment to Coach Eaton and his staff.
Absolutely, and Megan Lawson really has been playing well so far. She's been sticking her nose in there, so to speak, getting some of those tough balls cleared out. Casey Harsh again had that great play off the first corner kick, and Alyssa Spencer is playing well, and Aubrey Monty, the two freshmen.
And Stover again
well.
with a chance there, and that was Jessica Walton on the defense there. So Stover almost got by Walton, and it looks as though we're going to have a corner kick here. Just a throw in near the corner for the Golden Eagles here. So, again, a great chance for the Golden Eagles.
It is a corner kick.
It will be a corner kick.
First one of the game.
First one of the game.
The game for Clarion is number 3, Tears of Blackstone.
And Tears of Blackstone coming in as they're giving Mackenzie Stover a break here. So, for Tears of Blackstone. Another potent scoring potential for the freshman as that header contested there as Alyssa Katz drove it in.
Well, Mike, you're in that part of the game now. You're getting close to the end of the half, about 15 minutes ago to the end of the first half, and this is the point of the match where uh, players are tired. Sometimes mental lapses can happen. Fresh legs off the bench, and if Teresa Blackstone's going to be a good goal scorer, here's her chance
And
right
Bree
now.
Costin driving in, and Casey Harsh just gets in her way and says, "No, that's my ball. Get away from it."
That's 2 in a row too.
That's 2 in a row, and yeah, Harsh blocked the initial one, then blocked the rebound. So Casey Harsh again playing really well and proving why she is one of the leaders on this team.
Absolutely, Mike, and like I said, like I mentioned before, her and Megan Lawson are really helping out the 2 freshmen that are in there, Monty and Spencer.
And the ball will go out there, so Laura Sauce will take the kick. And Matt, well, we got a quick break in play here. We have just some other things we have here. Again, with Cassandra Soares, Katie Chambers, both last year being out, we have some new faces here looking to step up.
Entering the game for Seton Hill is number 26, Madison Gurley.
And Madison Gurley entering the game for Seton Hill. She's coming back in there after the injury. So Gurley back in. It looks as though Hampshire will get a break here. But going back to what I said, Coach Eaton saying he's looking for a lot of players here, and even some of his bench players in. So maybe a little later in the game here, expect players like Katie Chambers to get in the game. Maybe add a veteran scoring threat in here. Try to get give some of the younger legs a break here, so you're not tiring them out in their first game.
It's always this time of the game, Mike, where this time of the match too, where you want to bring in some of those fresh legs and try and create some more scoring chances.
And Winter will just take it and roll it back out. Meg Lawson there with a quick foot. She finds Tirza Blackstone. Tirza Blackstone driving, looking, and drives it in there. And Liz Ventura charging in, looking for a rebound there. Great move to get by her defender from Tirza Blackstone. And Liz Ventura, again, we said she's just creating all kinds of havoc for the Griffin defense today. So these Clarion forwards proving their worth and their mettle here as the ball will just go off Adams, and Adams looking for somebody but couldn't find a Griffin's Laura Sauce.
Mike, that was a great pass by Megan Lawson right on the money to Blackstone. I don't think Blackstone got all of that. I think she was looking to cross it to go to Liz Ventura. I think she was trying a far post run, but didn't get quite enough there, but still Ventura was able to put some pressure on the goaltender.
But again, the Clarion Golden Eagles, their offense hasn't hit home yet, but they have had a couple of chances, 3 good scoring chances here later in the first 45. So this game as it goes on, if they wear down the defense, and it looks as though we have another injury down on the field here as Griffin players down, but play will continue. And now we get the whistle for the injury timeout. Can't quite see who that is down there. But again, another Griffin going down, and it looks as though she just kind of went down after battling there hard with Jordy Barr.
It looks like she might have gone stepped on. That sometimes happens, Mike, when you're battling for the ball and just got to walk it off.
And still, she looks like to be walking it off. I can't see who that is right now. It looks like Erica Wisniewski, who's been battling with Jordan Barr all night. But she brushed herself off, and play will continue here as Laura Saucel just looks to set up something for her team.
Great job by Katz to kind of reverse herself and create the scoring chance right here.
In terms of Blackstone, right to the defender. She's looking for Liz Ventura. Another great chance there. And like you said, a great couple of passes there. Blackstone just couldn't beat the defender there as, Marks got back to break that pass up. So, again, another good scoring chance for the Golden Eagles as Lebdinsky drives one in, and Ventura just misses blocking it with her body as Jordan Baller takes a shot and just wide of the goal as Barr brushed herself off. Matt, about 15 seconds here. Two real good scoring chances for the Golden Eagles, both set up by that back line.
And that last one, Liz Ventura just couldn't get the ball to settle enough to set up Jordan Barr for that shot that went wide.
But again, Taylor Hampshire back in the game as, Taylor Hampshire back in the game as Caitlin Wader will get a break. So Hampshire back in for the Golden Eagles after getting just a real quick break there as Gorley came back into the game for Seton Hill. And again, you see, Matt, some legs getting tired there. The Seton Hill coach, John Fogel, getting some young legs in there trying to create anything here as we have just about about 11 minutes ago left in this half. And we have another whistle here as Ledinsky a little too aggressive on that ball. And
I think she might be getting Alyssa might be getting a card here. Yes,
Yeah.
she is, because she didn't. When they called for the free kick, you're supposed to back up 10 yards, and she was literally right on the ball. So, not a smart decision there by Alyssa Ledinsky, but she's been playing real aggressive all night and set up some really nice scoring chances, good passing, really anchoring the midfield well tonight. But not a smart decision right there.
yeah, that was just maybe a little bit of trying to be a little too aggressive there. So Ledinsky with the yellow card here as Seton Hill will take the free kick, and Coach Eaton doesn't look to be too upset there. Talking to his bench there, and it looks like
He hides his anger pretty well. I think Alyssa will hear something about that at halftime.
but again, still he can't. I mean, you can because the yellow card obviously may come back to hurt your team, but playing aggressive right now is Jordy Barr there tries to muscle Adams off the ball. And chance here for Seton Hill as we have a whistle and another offsides here as Casey Harsh there played a little too aggressively and looked to get the pass just got by her.
That was Bree Costin right there for the Griffins, but well covered by Aubrey Montes. Stuck with her all the way. Didn't bite. Didn't give in. When Casey Harsh went for the ball and didn't happen there, but she's also got the benefit of the offside call.
And Lawson again with another well-placed pass. Lawson with a couple passes and dumped in there. And Winters clears it harmlessly there. And again, Terza Blackstone giving chase there. And this Clarion team, a lot of crisp passes, a lot better than we've seen. They've obviously worked on their passing in the preseason and off-season. A lot crisper play overall here early in the season.
And that's a Rob Eaton team, is always ball control. And it was something that they did have for the most part last year, but again, just couldn't finish. And we've seen that again tonight, and we're seeing a lot of scoring chances, kind of like we saw in that span of 15 seconds a couple of minutes ago.
And Alyssa Spencer gave Bethany Winter there something to contend with as she drove the ball in deep from about 40 yards out. And Bethany Winter had to go back and chase it, as I don't think she's really expecting that.
Bad
and
touch
Alyssa
there by
Spencer,
Spencer.
Alyssa Spencer there. A shot by Bree Costin there, and a great save by Laura Saucel there. Diving play. Alyssa Spencer trying to get a foot on the ball when she should have just played her man there. That almost cost the Golden Eagles big there, but Laura Saucel standing big in goal.
Yeah, that's probably the most work she's had to do tonight, Mike, and she was right there to make the nice save.
And Griffins again in on the ball as it is out of bounds off the foot of Meg Lawson. But again, the Golden Eagles, and we have a whistle here as we have substitution coming into the game is number 18, Stephanie Misla. So Stephanie Misla coming in as it looks to be Brianna O'Leary coming out, get a break here for the Golden Eagles. So Rob Fogel just switching midfielders here and again getting fresh legs into the game as we have 7.5 minutes left in this first half here. And it looks there, Adams looking for something to pass to, crosses in and just cleared harmlessly away by Aubrey Monty.
Jessica Adams, again, Mike, continues to penetrate the near side of the field. It's been a great battle between her and Alyssa Spencer of Clarion all night. She had the last scoring chance at Laura Sassel and make her best save of the night, and she almost created another scoring chance right there. So Alyssa Spencer's going to have her hands full the rest of the game with Jessica Adams.
And we will have a throw in here by the Golden Eagles. And Matt, one thing you have to, both coaches have to be happy with is the weather. It's, about 65 degrees out here right now. As Tears of Blackstone almost had another scoring chance here as the defender fell on the ball as she's trying to go for it there. But the weather playing a big factor in the game. You figure one of these early September games, heat could be a factor in cramping, but that doesn't look to be the issue tonight as both teams really, there's been a couple of injuries for Seton Hill, but they've just been players getting stepped on or hitting the head or something like that. And, so a great night for soccer here as a beautiful pass from Katz just misses the head of Jordy Barr as she jumped and had the goaltender beat.
That was well executed, Mike, especially on both ends. Jordy Barr just a little bit too over her head, but she had her defender beat as she was running a near post route. Well executed.
And Seton Hill will take possession here. Throw in now coming for Clarion.
Harsh trying to set up that pass over the middle to Stephanie Sikova. Don't think she got all that she wanted there as it deflected off one of the
Spencer sets one up, and Tears of Blackstone trips up with the defender there, no whistle. But again, another well-placed pass from this back line. Alyssa Spencer right on the money tonight with a couple of passes she's driven in deep there. And another chance there for the Golden Eagles. But again, Tears of Blackstone just kind of got tangled up with a defender and went to the turf. Harsh looking for somebody to pass to now. Finds Monty. Monty finds Lebdinsky and looks to be setting up again. She was looking for Ventura, but Seton Hill got a foot on that ball there.
Good play by Erica Wazinski.
Erica Wazinski again battling all night, and we have a collision there as Jordan Barr gets tangled up with the defender. They both went for the ball there, and looks like Jordan Barr came out on top of that scrap.
Yeah, she's got into a couple of scraps tonight on that far side. She's really hanging tough there tonight for Clarion.
And it looks like the Seton Hill player she ran into can't see the number from here, but a little slow to get up, might knock the wind out of there. But Clarion will get the free kick there. So Jordan Barr really playing a tight defense and really good offense there. Making her man work all night as she usually does.
This is where KCR had scored a couple of her goals last year, Mike, was from about 30 yards out on a direct kick. Let's see if she can put a scoring chance together here.
And Harsh with the kick. Looking for Lebdinsky, finds a foot of loss and rolls out of bounds there. So again, a good kick by Harsh. Was looking for a player, wasn't going for the net necessarily there. But Matt, as you said, that's where Casey and Miranda Wallace coming into the game now for Seton Hill. So again, some late period substitutions here as Wallace is in to the game for Seton Hill. But Matt, going back to what you were saying earlier about Casey Harsh, again being so dangerous from about 30 yards out, it's where she scored a couple times last year. And again, she is very accurate with her kicks. So she can not only can she score, but she can, if she gets a player on a free run, she can definitely set up the score from last year.
Absolutely, and that didn't come just for her goals for herself, but also for other players last year, and that's where a majority of Clarion's goals came from last year. And other really dangerous scoring chances was off the foot of Casey Harsh.
And Barr finds Blackstone, and who finds, excuse me, Sokovin and Liz Ventura giving chase. And honestly, this entire Golden Eagles team playing hard, but chasing down balls like that were really almost, it look like they don't have a chance. You'll see very few players run harder after a ball than Liz Ventura.
She shielded that well too, Mike. You know, she realized it probably had a chance to go out. She tried to play it, but then realized that it would go out, and she shielded her man well and creates this opportunity here on the throw-in.
And throw-in by Spencer. And Seton Hill tried to clear it out, but broken up by Alyssa Levinsky. And now Seton Hill trying to get numbers down the field. And pass goes for Stephanie Misla, is broken up there by the Clarion defense. And again, we were talking about Ventura, hustling after everything. Jordan Barr's not afraid to run into a player and really, try to take your player down after a ball.
And you just saw that right there, Mike, going for another aggressive play.
And we are inside of 2 minutes here. Score tied at 0. As Clarion looks for something. And a pass there. Seton Hill with possession. And Aubrey Monty clears it well. And it looked as though that was a handball from the Griffins there. Not called there, but look as though this Griffin defender got her hand on the ball because it kind of deflected. I'd like to see a replay of that, but again, we're sitting where we're sitting. I'm not in a position to make that call. And Adams with a break gets by Spencer, and she takes a shot. And Alyssa Spencer really making up for getting beat as she just kind of muscles Jessica Adams near the end line there. And Adams just kind of got to flick it harmlessly as Saucel right there to save it. And again, Alyssa Spencer has gotten beat a couple times by Jessica Adams, but by the same token, she's made up for it big time.
And that time, Mike, she did enough without getting a foul. She was grabbing Jessica Adams, a lot, but she didn't do enough where it affected her chance of scoring.
And Winter's trying to clear that ball, hits Blackstone, and almost goes into her own goal. So that would have been a fantastic goal, and that would have been a goal for Tears of Blackstone because
what about that would have been?
It hit off her torso or face area, so it would have been a great first goal for Tears of Blackstone. And Winter takes the ball, and Cassandra Soares ends up with it, but she's not in the game.
And also wearing the wrong jersey.
And throw in there for the Golden Eagles. They look for somebody to pass to.
10, 9,
and we're in our last 10 seconds here. Golden Eagles probably just going to try to hold on to it here. And we have a whistle. And the buzzer goes. And folks, that will do it for this first 45 minutes of the Clarion Golden Eagles soccer season against Seton Hill. They are tied at 0. So we will be back after halftime here on CUTV with all the stats and the second half here as the Golden Eagles take on the Griffins.
What's going on, Rob?
Mentoring kids. Brought them to the soccer game.
There you go.
Rob, there's a door there.